Hey, man, there's magical and then there's Disney, right? We're at Animal Kingdom. Honestly, it's my favorite park in all of the Disney parks. Love staying at the hotel. I've been a part of, the Disney family now. I kind of feel working here for 12 years. People ask me when I come here, where do I make magic? And I'm like, well, I don't make no cool magic, but I do work for ESPN. But to have an opportunity to do a show, partner with Disney, man, I think it's just the coolest thing. Right. And I actually thought I'd one day get to come here and have a Super Bowl parade. I never played that good in one of them, so I didn't. But what are some of the memories, man, you have of Disney and your family? Oh, and by the way, bro, happy birthday.
Man, I appreciate it.
What better place to spend a birthday?
42nd birthday, I'm at Disney with 2 other grown men. I don't know if that was the way I saw my 42nd. But man, it's crazy to be here on the 42nd birthday and remember as a kid coming to Disney.
Yeah.
Remember in college, it was different Disney in college because I was running around differently. But no, I'm just saying as a child in college and now having kids, bringing Chan when he was a baby, now he's a teenager. Now bringing Chaz, we're coming back in a couple weeks because now I've been on some of these new rides and I need to experience them with my babies, just like I let them experience Space Mountain with me when I rode it before. So man, just the nostalgia of being here, turning some corners and looking around. I remember that wall. I remember this ride. I remember that. It's cool that you can experience Disney from generation to generation to generation, like I've been blessed to do. And now sitting around with 2 grown men, it's different.
Nah, you said it, Chan, the nostalgia and the experience. I finally got the full Disney experience. Mine is my family. I'm here with my 2 homies, but you guys allow me to do something that I've never done before. Really hop on those rides. So I got the full experience, man. You know how we say it's never too late to pivot?
Yeah.
Truly believe that, man, because I was able to pivot and overcome some fears. I smiled a lot and I played around, but hopping on Tron, hopping on the Tower of Terror, I had done that, but I didn't realize how much my stomach would be in my stomach, right? But that reminded me, man, but to be able to do that, but to have the amount of fun that I had with you guys, man, it's a great feeling. I can't wait to bring my family back and do it again with them.
I have a question.
That's the best part.
I know we're at Disney and everything's supposed to be magical.
Right.
Are you also going to tell our friends and our viewers and our subscribers that you decided to not do Guardians of the Galaxy because you were scared?
I wasn't scared. So that wasn't as magical as I would have a moment that I wanted. There's a thing that exists called nausea. I was a little nauseous.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a fear, because the magic brings out the best in you, right? So I would have overcome that, but next time.
Next time.
I got you next time.
You hiding was magical?
I was not hiding. You guys are just jealous because I got the cool Mickey jersey.
You can't get sick on Haunted Mansion.
It's Haunted Mansion.
It's the slowest ride at Disney. So it's cool, it's fun.
We've already had
nauseous.
this conversation.
The thing about it for me is I remember it was, 2005 was like the first time I could actually bring my entire family, my kids and Yonk. And from that point on, bro, we've probably been here 30 more times. We've had opportunities to send family members here for birthdays and for significant events, And so for me, when we bought into the Disney Vacation Club, it was one of those things you say to yourself, like, now how many times am I really gonna use it? And we've used it and we've been able to bless other people. And I think, so that's the thing is like Disney was this adult marker for me. Mm-hmm. That, man, God's blessed me in a way through jobs and through my career that I can now take my family, I can bless other people. Fred, and what are some of the memories, you have as well?
Man, just walking in front of Magic Kingdom, reminded me of a photo that I had in my phone. I was able to look at the photo and realize the exact date, moment, and really just how much fun it was. And so just so many memories in that particular moment. So I got to get them back. I want to recreate that photo. I think that'll be even more special.
Yeah, Fred, and talking about moving forward with it, man, it's wild because I'm walking past the Slinky Dog. And I know you ain't gonna get on it, but I'm trying to get Ryan on it. But to be able to go on a new ride with y'all, because that was the first time I've been on Guardians, which is a wonderful ride. Can we give them the trick? Hey, get on the last car. The back is wild because the thing spin while it's going. It's a roller coaster on teacups. It's crazy, man. But to be able to go on and now and know what to do and now bring my kids. So I got on with y'all first. I can bring my wife and kids back and then my grandkids one day. Like that's when I'm walking around now and I don't know if I'm old because it's my birthday, but I'm thinking down the road where my kids have kids and we can still come to Disney. But as they continue to go, I found out what these numbers mean. Like the first ride was made in 1971. And we're here in 2025, into 2025, and as it continue to go and grow in front of the tree of life, like, it's wild to know how much history this place has and to be able to be a part of it as long as we have. You go back 05, bro, that's 21 years damn near.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's super cool. And, you know, you got an opportunity to bring Randy. You know, you speaking of, you know, grandparents. I brought my parents here, and we had all of their grandchildren here when we did it. And I think that's the thing that Disney does more than anything. I mean, it's gonna be some kids crying. It's gonna be some parents a little stressed out. But those pictures like you have in your phone, those moments that you share, there's nothing like those memories. And you get to create those through people who truly are here to bring you a magical experience. And a magical experience is winning the Super Bowl. You know, maybe a magical experience is a team drives all the way down the field on you. You got the GOAT on your team as the quarterback. He's trying to win another Super Bowl, and there's a young upstart team with the Legion of Boom on one side, Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, a quarterback that's still playing, you know, with the New York Giants. They throw the ball, they think they got a tub, you pick it off. Go from undrafted free agent to Super Bowl hero in the same year. And because of that, you get to come to Disney as well. Y'all know who it is. We'll chop it up with him now.
Stop
Okay,
it now.
then.
Stop it now.
Okay,
Stop it.
then.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
My
Stop it.
goodness.
You the drip god now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
he had to show RC. He got something over there.
Hey, I watch it all the time, man.
Yeah.
Saw you the other night, on Monday night.
Yes, sir. Malcolm, I just want to, so a lot of this conversation is going to have to happen here between the Super Bowl winners because these guys don't really know about that.
Oh, no.
Should I move?
Yeah, you might need to,
I thought you was gonna cut the room because y'all were both undrafted.
Hey,
not
that too.
Super Bowl.
That too.
Hey, we was rich. We was rich immediately.
Yeah.
Y'all had to work.
We had to work for it,
Had to
baby.
work for it.
Had to work
Man,
for it.
Malcolm Butler, man, welcome to the show. Channing Crowder, Fred Taylor, I'm Ryan Clark, Pivot Fam. Thank y'all for pivoting with us. I was laughing, man, because, you know, before the Super Bowl, when they make you sign that little release form about Disney World, like if you become a guy that makes a play, you can go to the parade. I was like, everybody believes that they're gonna be that dude.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be Malcolm. I was like, shoot, it's gonna be late in the game. They gonna throw the ball. I'm gonna make the play. Talk about that week, because there's stories that you guys were going over that play and you were kind of getting chewed out for not playing it right.
Well, basically, I was making plays the whole year. You know, I've never been on the practice squad. You know, I'm drafted, so it's hard to stay there. You got the relives, Brandon Brown, and Logan Ryan, Kyle Erickson. I'm like the 6'7" corner on the team. So for them to put me in that game, I had to been working the whole season to keep my spot, because NFL is a business, man. You gotta produce at all times. So we was at practice. I think Brandon Brown or the relives got out at practice and they ran a little stack route, and I just made the play, man, and just preparation. And before the game, my coach was like, "Hey, you better practice hard, cause you might put your little school, West Alabama, on the map." And that's it. And that's what I did. And then speaking about signing the Disney thing, my agent called me and said, "Malcolm, you need to fill this out." I said, "Why? I ain't gonna play." Life crazy, man.
Yeah. So really, when they gave you the form, you told your agent, like, I don't really need to sign this because I'm not gonna get no burn.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got out there and was able to make that
Yes,
sort
sir.
of play.
Yes, sir.
Man,
True
that's
story.
awesome.
True story.
With you though, like that wasn't the first time you were kind of counted out though, Malcolm. Like you talk about not playing. Like your story is that, not even just from being undrafted, bro. You left Heinz and worked at Popeyes.
So I was working at Popeyes while I was playing my senior year.
Oh wow.
And then I went to Heinz Community College. Kind of hit a brick wall. Had to start back over, so I went back to Popeyes while attending Alcorn State University.
Yeah.
I was working and trying to get my grades right and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Heinz, they invited me back, and then I went and handled that business and went to West Alabama, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Man, it's almost stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because you at Popeyes, you in a community college, you undrafted, then even going into that Super Bowl, it wasn't like you went in the play that you made everybody knows about. You made about 4 tackles before that. You hit Big Sean for a 2-yard gain.
Yes,
you
sir.
You just told your agent, I'm not even gonna get in the game. When they threw you in, bro, and we know the Butler swag.
Yep.
We know you got, bro. It was no nerves you walking into the Super Bowl in the fourth quarter knowing that they I want to say they thought they saw a duck because they went at you 100 times and you kept making plays.
So, like, going against Julian Edelman, Gronk, Amendola, and all those guys when I'm on the look team and have to compete very hard. So it make it second nature to just go out there and just do it anyway. But, like, those my opportunity to shine. And, like, Coach said, we got to come back. We playing all man. So I ain't had nothing else to do but play man.
So, hey, it's me. Hey, 10 on 10.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people know the story, the Super Bowl, and how great that came about. But before that, as RC was alluding to, just talk about the perseverance in your journey, man, that eventually got you here, got you to that moment that was probably the most magical moment in Super Bowl history.
Well, first of all, I say you got to always believe, man. Like, once you get knocked down off your feet, bro, it's just something that lights your fire to make you keep getting up and fighting and just keep doing it because you got a purpose. And when you know you're good at something, you better execute it because, like, opportunities will pass you by. So that's the mindset I had. And, like I said, when I went to Hines Community College, I hit a little brick wall, and I was in the drive-thru. I had to go back and work at Popeyes. Guy said, man, I thought you was gonna make it, man. Like, I think he said it like, I'm glad you ain't make it. Right. That's how I felt about it. So I use that as, you know, ambition and attitude and drive. And then I also had it in myself. So you just gotta keep working hard and believing, man. That's all I did, man. Like, when I had to train and work out and stuff, I didn't have to go to a gym. I used what I got to get right.
We sitting here at Animal Kingdom at Disney because of the fact that you got a chance to come here after the Super Bowl. And like you said, I would have been the same way in the Super Bowl. Hey, bro, sign this.
Yeah.
For what? They ain't invite me to Disney?
Especially,
How was that? How was it getting in the game, then playing, and then now, a couple days later, being at Disney, all that stuff where the anticipation, you just said it, you didn't think you were gonna have to sign that paper.
I was just living, man, and playing football and being thankful that I was at the Super Bowl. But I was ready to play. When I got in, I was like, it was just a game to me. But after I made that play, man, I was running from the news report. I'm like, oh, I ain't ready yet. Everything happened so fast.
Yeah.
We going to Disneyland and all that stuff. It just happened so fast, man, and my life changed instantly. It changed instantly, man. You know how I go. New cousins, new people, knew everybody. You know, everybody watching you. Got to do media all on the news and stuff like that. It just changed for me so fast, man. But I earned it.
How was that change though, Malcolm? I think so many times people think about how great it'll be to be known, how great it'll be to be thought of as a good football player. And it is, man. It's such a blessing. But where we come from, when you make it, everybody feels like they made it too, right? And like you said, there are new cousins, right? And there's new homeboys who act like they sold into your life. How difficult was that adjustment to go from a dude that I'm just grinding by myself trying to make it to now being in the spotlight?
First of all, I grinded by myself anyway because I have to do it. I had to put that work in. And, you know, you're going to get a little battle tested, like when you got a couple of dollars in your family and stuff depending on you and stuff. And like, once I had stuff to give, you give it to them. But it's come a point in your life when you just like, no, I can't keep doing this over and over because I ain't gonna have nothing. And if I fall off, who gonna feed my family? Or how I'm gonna feed my relatives and stuff like that. So, just growing up, being financially smart and grounded and staying humble, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that.
I think a lot of guys go through this, and you talking about how fast you got famous, when the fame and the money don't match. When you won the Super Bowl, but you still ain't, everybody think you had Revis money because you were as famous as him. How hard was that for everybody to know your face, you immediately rich in their mind,
Yeah.
but you really ain't rich?
Well, I felt like I was rich when I first got my NFL check. To be honest, I was talking to Julian Edelman. I probably had like $5,000 in my pocket. You know, saving my pensions from training camp and all that stuff. And he was like, "Your first check probably ain't gonna be that much. Probably be like $12,000." I said, "What? 12,000? I made it already." Came from nothing, so like that's a blessing to me.
Hey, he was like, I was getting that Popeyes check.
Yo, but before I made that play, man, like I used to save at least 90% of my checks. 90% my rookie year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
But you were a undrafted free agent, right?
Yep.
And New England was the team that everybody wanted to be on that team because of how great they were doing, but also not everybody wanted to be in that team that would have been in your position because of the amount of starters and, you know, the obstacles you probably would have had to go through in order to get playing time. But you chose New England, right? Take us back to like that moment when you found out that you were gonna sign with New England, and also just being that low on the depth chart and not quitting, not giving up, that got you to this point.
In 2014, you know, I'm watching the draft. I know I'm not gonna get picked. You know, I know I'm not gonna get picked. I probably watch the draft on the last day.
Right.
So that's when all the free agent calls come and stuff. So I see this 508 number call. He was like, "Hey, Malcolm, have anybody called you? This New England Patriots, have anyone called you yet?" I was like, "No." He said, "If someone call us back." I said, "I'm finna call on my own, say somebody call." And that's what I did. And then they say, "We're gonna fly you up here soon and get ready to try out." So I get up there, it's 40 people. It's 40 people. And they only picked two. It was me and I think Flemings. I forgot his name, it's a linebacker. But yeah, and then being on the depth chart with all those guys, just had to show up each and every day. I was talking to Darrell Reeves the other day, and he was like, "Man, you got it, you got it, you got it." That's an all-pro Hall of Fame cornerback telling a rookie that I got skill and I can play. He said, "I just got to learn the mental games." But, you know, I always was confident, and I knew those guys supported me, but I had to support myself. You know what I mean? I was coming in to win it, man. And I told the newspaper, Vicksburg Post, when I come home, I'm coming to visit. And that's what I did.
You know, it's one thing for Darrell Reeves, who's a Hall of Famer, to tell you that you got it. It's another thing to know it for yourself. What was the moment in New England where you said, you know what, I got a chance to be special here and in the NFL?
When I knew I was special and I had a chance there, I just thought that I earned a nickname.
What was the nickname?
Scrap. Scrap. I earned a nickname.
Yeah.
You know, I was country boy, genuine, nice to everybody, kind of quiet. Bill Belichick used to always pick on me. I'm like, man, I can't do nothing right. So they, you know, when they say it, if a coach ain't saying nothing to you,
That's when you worried.
you might need to be worried about something.
Yeah.
Man, I remember one day, the last day of preseason, Belichick came up to me and was like, "Malcolm, you got somewhere to stay?" I said, I hit him with one. I said, "I don't know if I made the team." So that let me know I made the team. That's when I belong.
How'd he say it again? What'd he say to you?
"Malcolm, do you got somewhere to stay?"
Did he also used to tell you guys, you rookies, don't say nothing. You don't know.
Yeah, yes indeed.
I got a chance to work with Bill for a year. And man, in that year, I learned so much about football, so much about strategy, life. When you were with the Patriots, that was still in the dynasty days, right? In the heyday of the Patriots. What are some of the lessons you took from the way that Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, and all those stars went about their business?
It takes a team. It takes a team, and everybody got to be committed to the same thing and be on the same page. Nobody bigger than nobody. And it's just discipline. On the field, off the field, things like that, man. I remember I think it was Memorial Day or Veterans Day, and then he asked somebody, "What is Memorial Day?" And I guess one guy said, "Hey, when you barbecue and kick it with your family," and he ripped him. He said, "It's not about that, man. It's about serving your country."
Right.
Things like that, yep.
Yeah.
So he teach you a lot of things on the field, off the field, besides football, too.
Yeah, I love it.
You talking about like just being a country boy and then your path, community college, and then they say kicked out. I read kicked out.
Yeah.
But you said it was grades. You had to go to Alcorn and back
Yeah.
and forth. So it seemed like that Patriot way would be tough for you to adjust to. And everybody talk about that Patriot way. Is it really? Because Fred played for it. Fred was up there in New England. He's like, it's different. It's a different thing being up there. Is it really that much of a thing? Because we didn't want to get in trouble. We worked hard. We worked out. We were on time. Is there something about the Patriot way that's different than other football teams? Because you went to Tennessee after that. You've been on other teams.
I just think that the expectation was just high around the building. I didn't think that it was that difficult. I think it was just all rumors. I think it was all rumors. Like, what coach, what organization don't want everybody to be locked in and be on one page and be successful?
Yeah.
And everybody else be successful. But it's kind of tough to play there now. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But, like, that's how you win championships.
No doubt. I love that Channing mentioned the fact that you played somewhere else because you're so synonymous with that play and with that team. People often forget the 3 years in Tennessee. But even before going to Tennessee, like I remember, so my first deal after being a free agent, and I'm about to tell y'all why I was saving money the way I was, I got a 4-year deal for $7 million in Pittsburgh because they said something was wrong with my knee, right? So they was like, we're gonna take you, but you gotta go have surgery. And I was like, but to me, like I felt like, I was like, I'm rich. I was like, I actually got a signing bonus? I was like, who just gives me free money when I don't have to play? But for you, now all of a sudden it's a 5-year deal, $61 million, 24
Ooh.
guaranteed. And when you come from being an undrafted free agent, I was like you, dog. I remember my first conversation with a financial advisor. I was like, bro, I want to make some money. I was like, but I don't want to lose nothing.
Yep.
Where I was like, I worked too hard to get this. Once you got to that point, what did that change in your life when you were able to sign that deal, whether good or bad?
Well, I tell you what, like I said, man, I've been saving my money from the gate. You know what I mean? Because they say the NFL don't last for long. And I seen what it's called, NFL broke.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, when I was younger. So that grew me up and put me on game a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
But it changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people asking you for money. That's normal.
Yeah.
But the expectation of your performance not matching the contract, you gotta deal with that. You just gotta be balanced and just keep fighting like you've been doing the whole time.
When you get that money though, Malcolm, they want to see #1 corner skills.
100%.
They not saying, hey, we're gonna put the defense together and Malcolm, you could just be a part of it.
Yep.
It's like no, we're gonna build defenses around the fact that we expect you to be able to erase this dude. Not just because of what the film say, but because of what this money says now. What was that expectation? Like, one, it's the expectation you earn,
Yep.
right? You have to play well to earn it. But then now when we go out there every Sunday, we're putting you on this corner by yourself and we want to see it.
That's what I like doing. But you know, things don't work out all the time the way you want them to.
Mm-hmm.
But it sometimes it depends on the scheme that you go to also.
Mhm.
Like sometimes you can get a good contract and go to a team that scheme don't fit you. That's no excuse. You took that contract. That's no excuse. But you know, life has ups and downs, and it's business. You just gotta handle business. That's it. Point blank period. No matter what.
With all those things, man, the expectations, the pressures that come along with what you did, right? Just looking back at it all, how has that shaped you into the man you are today?
Oh man, it took me around, bro. It took me around. Grew me up as a father. Just made me look at life different. You know, being in the limelight and being dragged on social media, getting praised, all that stuff. So like, it feel good to be out of it a little bit, out of the game and out of the fame and in football and stuff like that. But it also learned me too.
Yeah, like we're in the most magical place in the world.
Yeah.
We're in Animal Kingdom. We're in front of the tree of life. And I think about, you mentioned being a father and family. Like, this is a place for family. For you to go through what you went through to become who you were, how inspired are you, though, to lead your family in that way and give your kids and your loved ones some of the leg ups or some of the opportunities that you had to create for yourself?
Well, I wouldn't be here long enough for them to see and understand how hard their father worked to get where he at. So that's the blueprint right there. Them knowing that their father went out here and earned everything that he got. And I'm gonna make sure that they earn everything that they want to.
Yeah.
I just can't give it to you. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. So if I can lead and do that and they can see what I did, they should be okay. But being a father, man, it's a great thing, especially if you're a good one. You know, it's not easy, but it's a good thing when you're doing right by your kids and taking care of your kids and doing what you're supposed to do in life. And it's just rewarding, man.
Yeah.
Do you tell them? Because I struggle with this, brother. Like, tell them, like, I'm bringing the family back to Disney. We're going to do all the parts.
Oh, yeah,
and we're doing Epcot. They ain't been on Guardian of the Galaxy yet. So I'm doing it in a couple weeks. But as they on Guardian of the Galaxy, I want to lead on and be like, Daddy worked hard to get you on this ride.
Yeah.
Like, do you remind the kids that, hey, this ain't free now. Daddy had to work to bring you to Disney.
They don't know that just yet now. They don't know that yet, but man, they'll figure it out once they get a little older, man. Know that, man. You know?
My kids are older now, and as your kids get older and they start to earn their own little money, they realize how expensive things are.
Yep.
My son, he with the Jets now, and he'll be talking about different things, and he'll be like, nah, Dad, I can't get that. My financial advisor said, I got to put this away. I said, oh, you can't get it now.
Oh, yeah.
You were sure asking for it 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
When you wanted all the backpacks. Now you shopping on Amazon for glasses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, like, you see everything.
When does this happen?
Huh? When they get a little
what
older.
age?
They got to get
Okay.
a little older.
My 14-year-old, he just told me something's just $200. I said, just $200?
One item.
Hey,
One item.
A fishing reel, just $200.
hey, my daughter, my youngest, told me, but Daddy, isn't this what you wanted for me? Isn't that?
She's playing a psychological game.
Yeah, she hit me with isn't that why you work so hard?
Them
And
girls
then and she turned around my words I used on her. I be like, well, Logan, I'm not gonna be here every day if I'm gonna work like this. If you're gonna have these things, didn't you say that's why you're not here every day? So I can have the things. So trust me, man, those girls try to find, a way to work it. Malcolm, man, for you, we're talking about all the highs. I know recently you spoke about, okay, we all decided that we weren't really going to talk about why I didn't play against Philadelphia. So I don't want to ask about why. I want to ask, how difficult was it, knowing what you had done on that stage before, being a Super Bowl champion, to not get to go out there and help your team against Philadelphia in that Super Bowl?
Oh, it was tough, man. It was tough, especially the whole world watching, things like that. But this man, he put me in position to win the first Super Bowl, Super Bowl 49. And that was a coaching decision. And I guess he felt like he did what's best for the team and not play me. So it was a coaching decision. But knowing that I could have been in that game and changed the game and things like that, because I play in big games. I've done it before. I feel like everybody on that roster could have had another ring.
Because, that's a game. Tom has a great game, but they score 41 points, Malcolm.
Yeah.
I watched you play before that. I watched you play after that. At that time in your career, you were one of the best in the world doing what you do. How could you even reconcile that to yourself, that because of a coach's decision, I'm watching Nick Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles score 41 points, and you mean to tell me I can't help at all? How hard was that to convince yourself that that was the right decision?
I don't think it was the right decision. I just felt like that's what he wanted to do. But it was hard, man. It was tough, bro. Knowing that I could have been in that game and got on somebody. It was the last game of the season, man. Last game of the season. I'm ready to show up. I'm ready to show out. I'm ready to pull a hamstring. Things die down, man. Things die down sometimes. Sometimes people don't see eye to eye and things like that. But I never put my feelings over a championship. Like, it's time to go win, man. And I wouldn't be out late or partying or doing anything stupid to jeopardize everybody's livelihood, by getting a ring and being successful. So
To double down on that, in that moment, that's going back to your rookie year, you made one of the biggest plays in your entire career in that sort of type moment. And then on the flip side, the adversity you had to deal with not being in position to make the similar play. I'm sure you thought you would have been, right? What life lessons do you take away from that?
You're gonna have your ups, you're gonna have your downs. You just gotta keep fighting and stay balanced. Stay in the middle, stay balanced and keep fighting, man. You know, tough times don't last, man. So you just gotta keep rolling. That's it.
I say any animosity, because you know I need to know. When Zach Thomas left the Dolphins, they brought Carlos Dansby in. He played third down for a couple games over me on dime, and I'm still mad at the coaching staff for not putting me on third down. You did it in the Super Bowl, and I still look at Mike Nolan funny.
Yeah.
Man, put me in the game.
Yeah.
Is there any animosity, anything toward? Because like you're saying, we all believe, and you said you think you could have, I don't want to say won the Super Bowl, but changed the outcome of that game.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out there that you have resentment towards, or have you let all that go? Because you had to be upset. You said you was upset.
I was upset during that moment, man, you know. Yeah, I was. And then, especially with all the rumors and
Yeah.
We don't know
Yeah.
what happened, man.
People
There was
talk-
a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
yeah,
people
but
talking
like
about
it
you.
was just a coach's decision. But like I was pissed off at the world. I ain't gonna lie. I was pissed off at the world. And it kind of damaged me a little bit.
Really?
You know, my reputation, my heart, my feelings, my soul, and like that. So yeah, but I moved on from it, bro.
Yeah.
Thick skin, baby.
Yeah. What have you? Because now you're a high school coach,
Yeah.
right? So you make it to the league. You go through all the things you've gone through, and what we realized, like we were talking last night. You're not as old as all of us,
Yeah.
right? But when you coaching these high school kids, you got so much experience that they don't have, and I'm sure some of them don't even know what you've gone through, don't know what you've overcome. They don't know about the plays you've made. What sort of high school coach are you, though? Are you like that hard-nosed Patriot way coach, or are you more a player's coach where you're trying to, hey, look, man, I love you first, and now I want to teach you this game?
So I think I'm kind of balanced. You could that old school stuff now, it don't work that good nowadays. You know, you soften up a little bit. But
Yeah.
I'm a player's coach. You know, I tell them, look, I'm not your friend on the field. We can get along, just work hard and make plays. Cause like you gotta do your job, I gotta do mine, or somebody gotta be accountable for it.
Yep.
But I'm a pretty good coach, man. The players like me, man. I be trying to teach them about cut splits and things like that. So it's something I've been doing for 3 years, and I like it, man.
Yeah.
And it's joyful.
Could you imagine being in high school and your high school coach is like, hey, look, when they got this cut split, you got to watch the crosser, right? We're going to play outside leverage. I'd have been like, coach, if you don't let me play this cover 3.
He my man?
Yeah, like,
who,
I
who
come
my
in
man?
Yeah, like, you start
Gonna
talking
follow
to
the
me
drag
about,
route.
yeah, you just start talking to me about cut splits. Hey, we want you to drift, man. I'd have been like, hey, coach, look, I'm finna make this tackle. I ain't tripping on none of that.
When I coached, I was next man up.
Yep.
You were cornerback 1 when I coached.
Yep.
I mean, we
I got a
not
question.
friends. Just get in the game and do your job, son.
I got a question. It's for our 2 Super Bowl guys.
Oh, yeah. It's
Right.
us.
What do you do with your rings? Like, how often do you wear your rings? I don't ever see him wear his ring.
I go look at them here and there, but I don't wear mine either.
No?
I don't wear them, no.
I mean, you go so hard to get there. You would think that this is something that I'm sure you admire it and all
Yeah.
of that. But to wear it, he never wears his rings.
It's valuable. It's very
Okay.
valuable, man. Yep.
So what do you do with it? Have you ever shown your team, your high school guys?
Nah, I haven't. I just keep it locked up and I wash it off with some toothpaste here and there.
Yeah.
Keep it clean.
I think the thing you realize about the ring is that's not what you played for. Like you love the fact that you get it. It's such a great moment when they present it to you because it's the last time you see all those people, right? Like that group of men or individuals will never play a game together. Like I'm being honest.
You nodding your head because y'all got rings.
Yeah, well,
the ring ain't important. It's the group of people around when I get my ring. I want a ring.
But
Let me have yours then.
You
You
can have
can
it.
think about Troy.
No, you can actually have it because that's the thing. Like there are people on that Super Bowl 49 team that will forever be grateful to Malcolm Butler.
Yeah.
That will never they will never forget that play, and they don't need the ring to remind them. Like I don't need a ring for me every time I see James Harrison on social media to think about the fact that he had a 100-yard interception return. Or whenever I see Santonio to be like, it probably was only 9 toes, but it don't matter because he had on cleats.
Yeah.
You know, and like that's the when you get it, man. Like you look around, there are people who were on my team that year who never played football again.
Yeah.
Right, like their last game was that Super Bowl, man. And so like when you have those moments, bro, it's like undrafted dudes too.
Right.
We weren't supposed to be there. Like, man, I'm forever grateful.
Hey, and you talk about the whirlwind. Get it behind the scene. You know what? You didn't come to Disney after the Super Bowl.
No.
You could. How is that? Like, how do you get here? Cause nobody knows. We just see you riding and smiling down that big pretty road.
Oh,
how do you leave from the Super Bowl and then what's the process of getting to Disney?
So after the game, doing all the interviews and stuff like that, and you know, you had an after party and stuff like that. So I had to get up. So I had to be up by 5 and do media and then ride the jet. Me and Edelman, we had to ride the jet. I can't remember what time, but we had to go. I was just running off whatever I was on. Yeah. And man, it's like a blur. It happened so fast, man. We got off the plane, got dressed, got introduced on the big trail ride, and like it was just crazy, man. It happened so fast, man.
Yeah.
Everything happened so fast.
Do you think you were able to truly take it all in, Malcolm? Because like
I could. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
I took it in, but it was a lot, man. I had to calm down for about 2 months.
Yeah.
Life changed instantly, man.
Because you gotta think, that's all the same year though, right? You get a call from the Patriots. They tell you if you get another call, tell us. You lie to them, and they like don't
Opportunity, baby.
Yeah, you lie to them, and you go make the best of that. You're on a team with a Hall of Fame corner, other corners that's been to Pro Bowls, and you make the play of the year. That all happens for you in a less than a year span.
Woo.
How fast did that seem to you? But also, how long of a year was that?
It happened fast, man. It went so fast. Next thing you know, I was at OTAs. And came back in, I found out Reeves wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
Belichick came up to me and said, hey, you the starter. And you gotta stay grounded. Who don't want to throw the ball over the Super Bowl hero head? So I had to stay hungry and stay grinding. So everything happened pretty fast, but I think I balanced it pretty well when I kind of said, okay, it's time to slow down, it's kind of chill and get back to what I'm doing before I become a one-hit wonder.
Right. And in those moments, Malcolm, you did some amazing things, right? You have, I think, one of the most magical stories that any of us would like to have. Throughout that process, I want to ask you what we ask all of our guests. Your biggest pivot in life. That's the one moment you can look back on and say, because this happened to me or for me, I am who I am today.
I'll say running into my roadblock at junior college. I'll say that because the reason I say that is because I don't mean to mention nobody's name, but my favorite player was Michael Vick. And he got in his trouble the same time I got in my trouble. So it made me feel like, dang, my favorite player then ran into a roadblock like me. I was laying down in the bed and I got my newspaper. Well, my stepfather brought me the newspaper. I'm like, dang, I'm on the news for getting in trouble. But he showed me who's hot. Malcolm Butler, 1 interception, 3 tackles, 1 pass breakup. But I just got kicked out of school yesterday. So that was my pivot, man. And it changed my life and it made me hungry.
Who, during that time, Malcolm, who were the people you could lean on for advice? Because you talked about being the guy that grinded by himself, but nobody makes it alone. Who were the people that you could sort of trust in that moment to be like, hey, look, I'm going through some things, but they were like, hey, man, you can make it?
I most definitely say my mom, because she always been there. But just like a bunch of y'all know, coaches, be a lot of coaches and stepping up for young men. But anybody that was positive, that made me believe and thought that I can make it, I'll just say everybody, man. I just can't name one person.
Did anybody come to Popeyes and tell you that you can make it, or anybody come to you?
Yeah, a lot of people. I remember my old high school coach coming back through there, Alonzo Stevens. He was like, hey, you gotta get back out there, man. You gotta get back out there. So
they knew.
They knew. They
Good.
knew. I knew it too. I knew it too. Like my junior college coach, his name Kevin Lewis. He played for the San Francisco 49ers, and I was at JUCO with him. I asked him, hey, am I better than you? He said, hell yeah.
Wow.
So that gave me confidence, and I told you it be them coaches that keep you going and stuff like that. So he actually told me yes, I appreciate that honesty, and he wasn't lying.
That's a good moment though, man. And too, it says a lot about him to be able to in that moment be like, nah, you are. And because you need someone that's gonna sow that positivity in you, especially when you've been down. When, like you said, like when you've gone through what you've gone through, to have somebody who's been to the highest of the highs acknowledge you in that way, man, that says a lot about it. What I wanna ask is, looking back at your career, how proud of yourself are you of what you've accomplished and what you've been able to accomplish? And how much do you feel like you left out there that was to gain for yourself?
I feel pretty good about my career.
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty good about my career. Got paid, won rings, was productive.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things that I missed out on, I tell you this, I was somewhere and I seen Michael Irvin. He was like, what's up, young man? Good, yeah, keep going. And he was like, do more. I sure wish I could did more. And that's the only thing I wish I could have done, more. But that's why you got to take advantage of the opportunity while you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Live life forward, understand it backwards, but we got to keep rolling.
What you mean, more what? Like more life, more grinding, more what?
More grinding, more working out, catching the ball. You left interceptions on the field. You probably left some money out there too.
Yeah.
You leave a lot out there, but that's why you got to take advantage of your opportunities when they present themselves.
So your opportunity to take advantage of being the best dressed, undrafted Super Bowl champion on this set today, you jump right into it.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest, when he walked up,
You had the one
I'm
up.
be honest.
That be you, man.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest, when he walked up, I was mad. Like, I was hating a little bit. I was like, man, he came out here in this green with the turtleneck. Now, do I love my Emperor's New Groove jacket I have? Absolutely. Did he outdress me? Yes. And I don't like that you said the best dressed undrafted Super Bowl champion.
On this set.
No, include us all. He outdressed y'all too.
He did. He did.
Don't just put it on me.
I was looking at
You
this
had
Emperor.
he had a chinchilla on Monday, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did.
It was alive.
I'm talking about-
It was Fox first.
Hey, neck brace behind.
It was a fox. They were in Foxborough, so it was a fox.
But man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate your honesty, being able to come here and chop it up with us. I mean, when we were given an opportunity to be here, I was like, man, I would love a chance to talk to Malcolm Butler, somebody who came from a place that I came from and reached the highest of highs in the biggest moments, man. We just wish you the best moving forward. We thank you too, fam.
Yep, appreciate y'all for having me,
My man, no doubt. You had to say that though. Honestly, the cold on Monday night was cold. Hey, Malcolm,
Everyone had a whole.
He came out
Malcolm, you know how it get in New England when that wind start blowing, boy.
Real, man.
No,
It was cold that night.
Hey,
That get real
when
like
the sun's up, it's cold, but it's not as bad. When that sun went down, that wind started blowing, bro, it changed my life.
That turf be ice sometimes.
Yeah, it changed
I
my
didn't even
life.
see this on the sheet that they sent. This
Yeah.
like right up your
Yeah,
alley
I
right
had to
here.
get that. You just did pro day, Malcolm?
Yeah, well, number 3 people there.
What coaches did that? I should have asked you.
No, I did my pro day at Alabama.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I went
Smart.
to Alabama.
Smart.
Yep.
Smart.
And that's crazy how Bill and Pete Carroll was there.
Okay.
Both
Got
of
you,
them there.
Got you.
Just put me on the radar. I already know. Yeah.
Hold up, limitless. Take a stomach, kind of pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On this vision, I can trust. Limitless. Take a stomach, kind of pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up.